Yeah, all right, people, welcome. Obviously, just a quick one off the back of Arsenal defeat. A lot of things going on in the Premier League. Simon Jordan sending for Robbie and AFTV. I don't understand what's wrong with him,
Some
bro.
of that Arsenal, I think, is now being banter that's moved away from just the idiots. I mean, you see them, these mouthy little twits that are part of the Arsenal fan TV. They've now splintered off and they all sit there shouting and screaming and amplifying their own view of the world. Most of it's ill-educated and unable to be understood by most rational people. But now you've got the clubs themselves having fun with them.
It's entertainment, Simon. What is wrong with you? Know what, Simon? He's probably the most eloquently spokesperson that we've had in football. But and I understand that he obviously managed and owned. Or no, I shouldn't say managed. He owned Crystal Palace. I get that, but everything that Robbie and AFTV have done, they amongst all the other media companies are doing the same thing, if not worse. So when he's talking about idiotic buffoons or idiotic twits or whatever he's saying, that's the same. The same goes for Jason Cundy. The same goes for Gabriel Bonmahor. There's no analytical minds on there. They're not trying to decipher or break down the games or anything like that in a way that we can all understand. All it is let's have a go at Arsenal.
And if you look at they're sending one another up, it's all about entertainment. And we have spent so much. There's so much sport now, and so many different places for it to be broadcast. And everyone's talking about sport all the time. So why would we assume that the clubs themselves, they're in the entertainment business? Part of football is about tribalism, about banter, about getting people at it. So now the clubs
100%.
have got social media functions. We saw something about 2 years ago.
100%. All right, so obviously off the back of that, Arsenal losing, Chelsea, Chelsea posted, the cheeky little guys, man, posted about if you want to see any trophies in London, if you want to see like real trophies in London in the Champions League, come down to Chelsea for a tour. That's it. We we probably deserve another red card. Oh yeah, that's it. Come and visit London's home of trophies. Book your stadium tour. They know exactly what they're doing, and they got pictures of obviously the Champions League and the Club World Cup. And then they knew that they were out of order, or that obviously they ruffled a few feathers. They said, "Look, we probably deserve another red card for that last post." But in all seriousness, congratulations to Arsenal on winning the Premier League and a great run in the Champions League. Looking forward to picking up the battle again for you next season. You've just added fuel to the fire, and I get it. There's always going to be banter, but I feel like sometimes people and institutions take it a step further when it comes to Arsenal. Um, it's just one of those things. Another thing, like just literally just came to light. Groupie, remember the baller that I said? Well, with Groupie, that's all right though. Aye. Who you go? Aye. With Groupie, Paris Saint Germain, Arsenal, and Man City are all interested in this guy. Yeah, I said he's a baller. I said he's the next one from Bournemouth. Been watching him for the whole season. How many goals he scored, the impact that he's had in that number 10 role, the way he strikes the ball. He's the next one up. The same way I spoke about Semenyo, same way I speak about him. 100%. Really, really good. Really, really good player. Speaking of players as well, I've got a name there. Raheem Sterling, what are you doing? What are you doing, Raheem? Ex-England footballer Raheem Sterling veers his 270,000 Lamborghini across 3 lanes on the M3. Yeah? Minutes before he had a crash. I don't know if you heard that this guy had a crash. And he's doing balloons. What's going on with these celebrities doing balloons and driving and getting caught? It's stupid. There was the incident the other day about with the two, I think it was the two Asian guys doing balloons, and they killed someone, 50-year-old man. They need to be doing life. And the same goes for Raheem. As much as I've backed this guy and I've backed him when the media were coming for him, I know the media saw this and they said, we've got him. We've got him, Raheem Sterling. Um, so yeah, no, justice needs to be done if that's the case. I don't know how serious or how severe the crash was. I don't know if he injured anyone, but yeah. Look how far, like, fall from grace. Talk about falling from grace. My goodness me. Um, extra. What other things we've got? Ian Wright talking about the towel. Oh, okay, the penalty shootout. Interesting. She seems alright. Yeah. She wants to see what's going on. What's this? Ian Wright on Stefanos towel tap session during the penalty shootout. I'm sorry, but this has to be looked at properly. What, the towel? There's nothing wrong. What's wrong with a towel? Having a towel in a penalty shootout? Come on, man. Come on, Ian. Uncle Righty. That's where definitely have to say no to that one, mate. What else? At the Arsenal parade, didn't know that. At the Arsenal parade, this man was charging £20 per person to let people onto his rooftop. And guess who it is? It's a Chinese man. Yeah, boss man was charging £20. Yeah, he's thinking cha-ching. What else would you go for? Rafael Leao. Oh, Leao. Rafael Leao as well. There's obviously a lot of talk about Rafael Leao being released or leaving AC Milan. Should we take him? There's a guy I follow. I've been following him for the whole season, or if not a few seasons now. EBL, if you haven't already, one of the greatest analytical minds, man. So I always listen to him when he says something. He says, no, he's lazy, doesn't have elite output to make up for it either. Premier League clubs would be smart to stay away from him unless he miraculously decides to mature like Ousmane Dembele. Yeah, I mean, he could. He needs a manager like Arteta to kind of correct his work rate, let's just say, or say, and teach him that it's not just about him. He has to think about the team itself. But yeah, that should be interesting. What else? Yeah, just a lot of stuff, obviously, about England here. Just a lot of stuff in the sense of the parade. England obviously arriving in Miami ahead of the World Cup. Shout out to GB. These lot are so happy. Shout out to GB who's with the team. Looking forward to doing some content alongside the England setup. Shout out to England as well. This top looks alright. Retro feel. I Show Speed. He has done a what was it? World Cup song. I don't know if you heard it. Have you heard it? I Show Speed. I was like, okay. This one could this be the anthem?
Let's play football.
Burn. Yes, let me know what you think about obviously I Show Speed with that feature on his World Cup song as well. Areola. A lot of talk about obviously Arne Slot leaving Liverpool. Who's going to come in? You reckon Andoni Areola? Being the front runner for the Liverpool job and could see them play the like Spain's famous 2008 side. I think Areola is probably not a shoe-in for Liverpool, but probably their best bet. It is a big risk, of course, but he's got that Premier League experience. What he done with Bournemouth, I think they finished, in 6th place? Absolutely ridiculous. You think about the number of players that he lost prior to that season, or to the season just gone, and he was able to get the best and recruit certain players. So I feel like, you know what, with Areola, he's probably the most closest to what Liverpool can do in terms of when they turn players into superstars. Yeah, and Areola's done that numerous times when you look at the Bournemouth teams that he's had. He's turned certain players into superstars and they've gone on to do things. So I feel like this might be a match made in heaven. Yeah. So yeah, no, that'll be interesting to see. Again, let me know in the comments below what you think. James Milner is bowing out of football. I remember when this brother started. I don't know how old he is, because I'm sure he started football before I was born, and now he's retiring. When you think about a career, the amount of appearances, he's breaking the Premier League appearances as well, but the amount of appearances that he's made over the years has just been crazy. Is he considered an icon? I don't know. He's just one of those players that he's like a noble I'm trying to think who else. Mark Noble. He's one of those players that's just he's there. Henderson. You know what I mean? They're just there for the time being. Gareth Barry. He's one of them. One utility, legs, engine type of thing. Type of player. Kevin Keegan. Unfortunately, Kevin Keegan, stage 4 cancer has come out. So Liverpool got a lovely post of him, and they're wishing him well. Doesn't look good for him. It's sad, but I guess it's a way of life, you know. Nothing lasts forever. James Milner has announced his retirement at the age of 40. Okay, he's older than me. 964 appearances for the club and country. That is crazy. So yeah, no. What a career he's had. What else has been going on? World Cup. Let me quickly check. Actually, Chop Suey. Shout out. We got Chinese. Oh yeah, this is gonna have Chinese. Oh, Arsenal, Rodgers and Kroopy. Yeah, man. 100%. Go for it. If you mean business, go for it. Another number 10, direct driving forward into that box, can shoot outside of the box. I'll get both of them. I will get both of them. With the plumes of red smoke still fresh in North London, if manager Mikel needs reminded of how the club's rise can quickly be offset by an unexpected nosedive, he needs only look at the difficulties Liverpool face. Exactly that. Don't spend too big. Be smart. Buy players that are Premier League proven and improve your squad. It's very, very simple. If you feel like we need to improve the squad, where or what positions would you improve? I've already given my take on that with Martinelli and Trossard, etc. So I'm just trying to find the games. The World Cup is obviously starting on the 11th of June. There's a few World Cup friendlies that's been going on. I think I watched highlights of Senegal and USA. Did you watch it? Yeah. 3-2, 3-2 to 3-2 to the USA. Really, really interesting game. I think there was a clip actually of the Senegal team trying to bounce the ball. This is interesting. They were trying to bounce the ball in their warm-up. Yeah, here it is. So bounce the ball on the American pitch before pre-season friendly. The ball don't even bounce. Look at that. Ridiculous. So they're not even like proper pitches. These are artificial pitches. Is that going to affect the performances of these players? Well, only time will tell. But no, it was actually quite an interesting game. Christian Pulisic. Yeah, what's wrong with Pulisic? Oh, because he went under his armpit and it's obviously sweaty, so he's wiping it on his shorts. Senegal, another team that I would think, you know what, yeah, they can do bits when you think of it, when you look at their squad. So many teams that could cause a problem, but we'll just have to wait and see. Saliba gets fitness all clear. Okay, cool, that's fine. And record breaking millions turn up to the parade. All of that and a can of Coke. And Kanate says he wants to leave, or he's leaving. He is leaving. That's the last bit I'll talk about is Kanate. And Liverpool, the team is in disarray. I said this the other day. You know, he's looking to go to Saudi. I feel like he's still young to be going to Saudi. Real Madrid wanted him, but stopped talks in November out of respect for Liverpool. And he is a free agent. He will now assess the options for his next club. Yeah. I reckon he'll go Real Madrid. I reckon. And then this was his parting letter. Dear Liverpool, 5 years ago I arrived as a young man with big dreams. Today I leave with memories that will stay with me for the rest of my life. Representing this country, or this club, has been an honour. We've shared incredible moments together, highs and lows, trophies, challenges, lifelong friendships, and heartbreaking moments that will stay with us forever. None more painful than losing our brother Diego. Rest in peace. Losing my father this year was one of the hardest periods of my life. Yeah, that was a key moment for him. But even through hardship, my commitment to the club never changed. To the teammates, the coaches, the staff, everyone, he's happy. Supporters, thank you for your love. I'm deeply saddened that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to all of you at the last game. Yeah, that is a shame. But look, I wonder what Liverpool fans are feeling, or how they're feeling about it. But I feel like a lot of these decisions were made towards the back end of the season, and that's why their performances were affected. So yeah, now give me your thoughts about Konate leaving. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm gonna try and do a nice little daily update on on what's going on in the football world, especially with the World Cup about to start as well. So join me with my sidekick and my host, Amay, before she goes to bed. And I'll catch up with you soon. I've been Quams. Please like, share, and subscribe.